Well, what's going on? This is Ethan. In today's video, we're going to be going into what I did over the past couple days, working on scaling my AI agency to $100,000 with 11,000 cash collected. And today, this video is going to be all about releasing the pressure, doing things that take the pressure off you to succeed within your business, to kind of have your mind do things for you subconsciously. I'm going to get into the concept of it in this video and some key insights I'm taking away from here as I'm building my AI agency here on day 59 already. So put this video in 2x speed. We're going to break down what we did over the past couple of days and also this concept here and how it's actually helping us move forward in the business. So let's get right into it. So to kind of give a breakdown over the past couple of days, so I haven't posted a video. I really wanted to keep getting videos up, but I decided, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to wait it, pack it all into one valuable video. That way I'm not having to sit here and kind of give you guys like recurgent information pretty much every time. So starting to kind of do every other day, maybe spacing it out a little bit more so my information's more valuable when I do it, and just picking a good time for it to be on the calendar. So basically the first kind of insight I want to take away from that we kind of really thought about deeply this weekend is we were really in a position where we were understanding the market and how things were positioned right now. And we're kind of like, okay, things are going to be a little slow just because of March Madness. It's a big weekend for people across the country. Decided to kind of lower our ad spend and maybe look into what was going on. More so relax for the games, kind of do some work on the side as well. It was a really great way to clear our heads. And as we were clearing our heads, we kind of came back to today after kind of having that clear. It was just kind of taking away the pressure. You know what I mean? You kind of just don't talk about business for a weekend, just take a weekend off. And we haven't been able to do that in a while. So had the realization like, hey, dude, our first client that we have here right now, he's one of the most important clients that we'll ever have, right? So let's over deliver for this guy. So what we're going to be planning into this week is we're going to be getting into over delivering for him. How can we make his experience better and his funnel better so we can have him see better results and keep him up to date as if we're moving forward. I think that's super important to keep this relationship fostering, and then also be able to have him in the best position possible to give us a great case study for the work that we've done. So super huge priority going into next week. And then also the video that we're doing for the client we just closed here, that's a huge priority going into next week as well. I'm going to be more so on the client improvement side. And that's just one of the big takeaways I have from this kind of weekend of stepping away from the business a little bit, realizing like, okay, clients are really important. Your first clients are super important. If you can keep making a great impact on their business and make them more money, they're going to want to keep paying you. You know what I mean? So retaining your clients is super important. That's something we really want to focus on with our guy here, making everything better, making the experience extravagant, right? And making it feel like we're doing things for him still. So that's a big thing to focus on here going into this week. Always treat your beginning clients like they're your best clients, right? Because they are. And if you don't do well with your early clients, your first couple of clients, it's going to be tough for you, man, because you're not going to be able to give video testimonials. You're going to have a lot of imposter syndrome. If you have a money back guarantee, you're going to get cooked. So it's really easy to over deliver for first clients. As long as you know what you're doing, you just got to make sure you keep delivering. So that's a huge insight we've taken away here over the past couple of days. Just really thinking on it. So it's going to be a huge focal point for next week. And then this is another point that I want to make, and this is kind of the main theme behind the video here. So essentially what we did here over the weekend is we had a really productive week, pushed really hard in the areas we needed to. And towards the back half of the week, we saw that it was starting to slow down a little bit. March Madness was on Thursday, and we were spending on ads. Things were slowing down a little bit on our end from a B2B perspective. So we made the call here over the weekend. March Madness, pretty big sport, to kind of just take the weekend off, watch March Madness, enjoy the best basketball time of the year ever. I think this is better than NBA playoffs. Just great basketball. And it was really fun. It was something that we got to do that we haven't done in a while, and we kind of just took our minds away from the business for those couple days and watched the tournament, and just wasn't really thinking about business too much. Ended the week on a pretty solid high note, and now we're coming back to it with even fresher minds. And I think it kind of just allows your mind to kind of step away from the pressure a little bit, right? To where, hey, like I'm just a normal dude sitting here, watching sports, enjoying games, and throwing some free money down more valuable as well, right? And you kind of just take your head off the business. When your mind is so clouded in one thing for so long, sometimes taking a step back is what you really need to take a step forward, a giant leap forward. So just being able to kind of take a step back was nice over the weekend here. Seeing how competitive these players are out in the field, it just makes me want to be that much more competitive in business, because this really is business. Like it's two businesses going head to head. That's kind of how I see basketball. And it was a very fun thing to be watching these two teams, the confidence. It's just the aura that you get from watching a basketball game and these people competing at the highest level. It just makes me want to keep pushing harder. Like I'm not doing enough. So just gave me that competitive edge, man. You know what I mean? Just gave me that competitive edge from a sales call perspective, from a content perspective, from me doing my YouTube. Like just gave me that competitive edge this weekend. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. You know, if you can take your mind away, right? If you can take a step back and do something that's completely uncorrelated to the business, you know, for some people that's not possible, but it will help you win, you know, depending on what it is that you're doing. If you're doing something that you enjoy, or even just something that can simply take your mind off business completely, it is immensely helpful for your subconscious to start, you know, subconsciously detecting patterns, right? And subconsciously bringing in ideas to your head. And it kind of just, your brain gets into a swarm of thinking, you know, like you're producing so much. Having a break, having a time to step aside and step back is super important in business and also in your life. And I think for our situation here, it was really, really a good thing. There's been a lot of takeaways. We haven't even capitalized or captured on all of them yet, but feeling really good about this weekend and just kind of how we stepped away from it. You know, in the moment, a couple times I was like, yo, like, bro, like, why aren't we locking in right now? Why aren't we working? But, you know, it's one of those things you kind of just you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Especially when you're in that position anyway, where you're kind of ending on a high note a little bit, but you're not exactly where you want to be. Kind of taking the weekend off, especially with how, you know, as we're going and performing. This was one of the slowest weeks. I've seen a lot of people talk about it as well when it comes to advertising, especially specifically meta ads. So yeah, I mean, just take a step back, right? That's really all this lesson is. If you've been in the game too long, if you've just been like heads down too long, just pick your head up, bro. Take a step away from the desk real quick and just go be a human, bro. Just go do shit. Take your mind away from the business, and it's going to actually help you immensely when it comes to moving forward. And then obstacles never stay. It's another lesson I'm taking from this weekend and the past couple of days is obstacles, they're temporary, right? They kind of come out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you can see them from a while away, so you can kind of plan it out. But most of the times they come up out of nowhere. And it's one of those things, it's an obstacle. It's not like it's a wall. It's not like it's a brick wall that you can't get through. Maybe the only way the obstacles stay is if they don't get maneuvered through. Right. If you can't maneuver through it, if you don't have the balls to keep moving and maneuvering through it, even if it takes you a couple tries, then you're not going to be able to knock down these obstacles and actually get past them, right? A lot of people like to flee backwards. It's pretty much two types of people in this world. You either face your obstacles and your challenges head on, or you run away from your problems. And your problems will always catch up to you. It's just how rock bottom will you be. And that's just kind of two types of people in this world. It's like you're either someone that runs away from your problems and wants to take the easy way out as long as physically possible until it bites you in the ass. You're cooked. You know, we probably all have some of that in us in certain areas of our lives. We're not completely perfect, right? Or you're the guy that faces those challenges head on, right? The things that are scary, things that are, you know, not worth facing or hard to face, hard to muster up the courage to, you know, do, confront. Those are the ones that actually make it in. Don't let the obstacles keep pushing you backward. Don't start running away from them. Face them head on, and you're going to grow that much faster. Okay, cool. So those are some of the biggest takeaways from the week. I mean, realistically, it was a great weekend. I feel it was a good, much needed rest for the old noggin up here. Kind of just getting back into, kind of zooming out a little bit, getting back into a good headspace going into the week here, and looking forward to making some things happen. So we have a couple goals for the week here. First one is completing the video for the one that we just signed on here recently. And then I want to move the pipeline forward. Ideally, that comes with a deal. And then we got to get our vehicle fixed up, just a quick little spark plug thing, so it'll be pretty easy there. And then getting a consistent funnel flow is like the last one. So this is pretty much just getting our ads back to where they were, which we started to post some carousels and stuff and getting some content on the page, which I'm heavily looking to start this week. I can give you guys some insight on how to do that here in a future video. I got a lot of good videos planned, but I just haven't had the time to get to them yet. But we're definitely going to get to them here soon. But if we can just get the ads back to performing the way they were, I think with the content marketing, that's going to help really well. That's going to be huge. That's a great goal for us. Start getting some calls booked here towards the back half of the week and just moving the pipeline forward and getting everything done that we can here to end out March. We're in a great spot. Spring's starting to come up here. I think we got everything we need here to make a run. So we're about to do what we can. I'm about to get into my actions here for Monday. So kind of how I like to do Mondays, man. Super simple. So basically what I'm going to do, I have a couple priorities on here. I'll probably come up with some more as we move on with the evening. And tomorrow, I want to keep it as lean as possible. So we have a chatter mind in the morning. This is simple. I'm going to go down, grab a coffee, shower up, try to be up a little early here, get stuff going, dial in our current priorities here, and get an action plan put together with each for with Claude. So just kind of doing a debrief in the morning, giving it a lot of context on where we're kind of sitting at right now, what we're really looking to prioritize for the week, and then we can kind of get action plans based on those priorities and how we want to act on them. And then communications is one of those priorities. Got a lot of communications to go through here, so we got two clients we got to communicate with. We got follow-ups going on here for our pipeline. We got our mentee and also our father, so some family stuff. And then we got video production here, so co-founder's going to handle that. We're trying to get that done here next week. And then, like I said before, we're looking to enhance our client's stuff that he's got going on here. His funnel, everything that we're running for him, we want to enhance it, make it better, more efficient. So we're going to get some enhancements done and also kind of audit where he's currently at. So we're going to get some image ads in there. We're going to get his funnel dialed in here and just get things really good. Make sure that we're over delivering for him, essentially. We're going to send him a little update message and up our ad spend. And then we're also get some content going. Those are kind of the priorities for now, probably more so this week. We'll see where we're at there, and we'll move forward from there, guys. So yeah, it was a banger one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I didn't want to take a day off here, but yeah, I mean, go take a day off, man. Release some pressure. I don't have to be posting every day. It's a lot of pressure to have on yourself to always have to post every single day. It felt good not to have to post, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, man, just release the pressure, go take a chill pill and get your head right, man. Get your mind right. Let your body just breathe for a little bit, So yeah, that's a big takeaway from this weekend, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any questions or comments. I would love to hear from you. And then also like this video and subscribe to follow the journey from $0 to $100,000. We're getting close. We're starting to pick up pace here, as we start moving into the 60th day of this series. And then also DM me on Instagram if you want to connect. It's in the description. See you guys in the next one. Peace.